Welcome in to another jam-packed LL Sports Update show. He is Tim Gurris. I'm John Walk. We're in state championship week, and we're going to start off with swimming. What's going on there?
Yeah, the swimming championships kicked off on Wednesday at Bucknell, and the Lancaster-Lebanon League already has a champion as Manheim Township's Amy Younginger. She won the Class 3A butterfly event in 100 meters. She swam in 54 seconds, and that was a school record, a personal record. And things are already going underway at Bucknell University's campus. So going through some other things from Wednesday. Warwick's Joe Mall, he swam his way to 5th place in the 200 IM. Manheim Township junior Charlie Gingrich, he took 6th place in the 100 butterfly. Conestoga Valley's Nick Lynham powered his way to 10th place overall in the 200 freestyle. He dropped 1.31 seconds from his qualifying time, and his pace of 1:40.89. It broke the Buxton's record. It also beat the times of two swimmers in the A final. On the girls' side, CV's Carly Rash kept dropping time all day. She took 2.32 seconds off her seed time, and she qualified for the consolation final with a time of 2:06.58 in the event's third heat. And the Warwick team of Tyler Mandrell, Lauren Ober, Sophie Guthridge, and Hannah Greenway took 12th overall in the 200 medley relay at 1:47.99. And Mandel, she finished 16th in the 50 freestyle at 24:26. Diana Pugliese is up in Bucknell all weekend, so follow her coverage on LancasterOnline.com. She'll have updates throughout the weekend.
Yeah, and we also have wrestling stuff. Those are the PIAA Wrestling Championships this past weekend at Hershey. You and Hall of Fame wrestling reporter Dave Byrne was there. There's some news on Dave.
Yeah, Dave actually received the tournament's media award, so he's going to give us a little bit of recap. There's no one better to provide some wrestling updates. So here's Dave Byrne.
Thanks, Tim, and a big thank you to Tim for helping out last week at the state tournament. Hello, once again, for Lancaster Online, I'm Dave Byrne. The 2017-18 high school wrestling season wrapped up last weekend with the Pennsylvania AAA and AA state championships. 17 Lancaster-Lebanon League wrestlers qualified for states, 7 in AA, 10 in AAA. Of that number, 6 earned medals and another 5 fell one win short of the medal round. In AAA, Warwick's Ryan Stewart advanced to the semifinals at 285 pounds before finishing 6th. Also finishing 6th was Solanco's A.J. Wilson at 160. Solanco's Ben Root and Manheim Central's Will Betancourt placed 7th, Root at 170, Betancourt at 113. In AA, Pequea Valley's Gabe Miller placed 6th at 145, while Northern Lebanon's Colin Leonard was 8th at 126. Miller and Leonard are juniors and have the opportunity to earn a higher place on the podium next year, as does Betancourt, a sophomore. The LL will be represented in the NCAA Division I Championships this weekend at Cleveland's Quicken Loans Arena. The championships open today and, as we speak, there is an LL head-to-head taking place at 149 pounds where Solanco grad Ronnie Perry, the number 15 seed and wrestling for Lock Haven University, faces Lehigh's Cortland Schuyler, a Manheim Township alum. Also in the tournament are 2 former PA state champions from the LL. Lancaster Catholic Stephen Loasso, representing Drexel, and Solanco's 4-time champion Thomas Haynes, carrying the colors for Lock Haven. Loasso is the number 12 seed at 197. Haynes is the number 15 seed at heavyweight. Also at heavyweight and unseeded is F&M's Antonio Pelusi. We'll be keeping an eye on their progress this weekend as it goes. Finally, last weekend at the state championships before the finals, I was honored to receive the Pennsylvania Wrestling Roundup's 2018 Media Award for Excellence. I'd like to thank Norm Polovzik, the editor and publisher of the Roundup, as well as Rod Frisco, a Hall of Famer and former writer for the Harrisburg Patriot News. For Lancaster Online, I'm Dave Byrne, and we'll see you next season.
Thanks for the update, Dave. Now let's shift the focus to basketball as the PIAA boys and girls tournaments are still going on. John, what can you tell us about those?
Yeah, I'll start on the boys' side, man. We entered, I think, with 6 LL League teams and then 2 private school teams in Class 1A. We had 4 advance to the second round. We're now down to 1 team, Lancaster Mennonite, going on to Saturday's quarterfinals. I just want to recap Tuesday and Wednesday action for those 4 teams real quickly. Lancaster Country Day in Class 1A second round game, 57-54 losers in Class 1A. Again, Lancaster Country Day, District 3 Class 1A runner-up They won their first state playoff game for the first time in program history. They finished 19-8 overall. And by the way, the Cougars bring back all 5 starters next year, and they join the LL League. Don't remind me on, I think we're going from 3 to 5 sections. I forget what section they're in, but they're definitely going to be a section contender no matter where they lie there for LCD. PIAA Class 5A second round on Tuesday night. Lampeter-Strasburg went toe-to-toe with Archbishop Carroll. Archbishop Carroll is a state power out of Philadelphia. They won the state title in 2009. They're trying to get back to the state title game for what would be the 4th time in 10 seasons. And going into that, I didn't think LS had a chance. And LS scored the game's first 10 points of the first quarter, scored the first 8 points of the second quarter. Each time, Archbishop Carroll just kind of battled back. They closed it within 6 in the second quarter, finally took the lead in the second half. It ends up going to overtime, and they were 77-76. Archbishop Carroll won that over LS, and man, it's just a player or two here or there that went down to the wire. And Lampeter-Strasburg senior 6'10" center Ryan Smith finished with 34 points in that game. It's his 7th game with 30 or more points in a game this season, and he's part of a senior group at LS that includes Isaac Beers, Jordan Swayer, Peyton Denlinger, Mark Wilson, and Cam Niemeyer, and that group is largely responsible for having won the LL Section 2 crown. They won the LL League tournament for the first time in program history, and what was their first appearance in the LL League title game. And then they go on to set a new program single-season record for wins. They finished 26-5 overall, so congratulations to Lampeter-Strasburg boys. Wednesday night, I was out at this game, PIAA Class 6A, Abraham Lincoln against Hempfield. That was up at Pottstown, which was quite a journey. I got home Wednesday night like 1 in the morning, and here we are Thursday morning recording this, so I'm a little bit running on fumes, so my apologies. But anyway, that game ends up going to double overtime. Hempfield led until about the 5-minute mark of the third quarter, and there were 13 lead changes after halftime. Lincoln hit their only 3-pointer with 15 seconds left in regulation to send it to overtime. Hempfield, Anthony Alston drained a huge, big-time, jaw-dropping, game-tying 3-pointer at the end of the first overtime period to send it to second overtime. At that point, Hempfield had 3 starters on the bench, all fouled out, so they pretty much ran out of gas. Lincoln was your winner, 65-55, and what was an incredible game. And again, you know, another game that player 2 goes this way or that way, and it could be a completely different outcome. Congratulations to Hempfield, LL Section 1 champs, LL League and District 3 6A semifinalists, and reached the state second round. They nearly reached the quarterfinals for what would have been the second time in a row this season. They finished 24-5 overall. All right, and then our only winner that's remaining out of Lancaster County for the boys, PIAA Class 3A, Lancaster Mennonite, 52-50 winners over Westinghouse. They're the only Eastern team in the western side of the bracket. I think they traveled to Johnstown the first round. They traveled to Altoona, I believe, on Wednesday night. And their next opponent Saturday, PIAA Class 3A quarterfinal, will be Greenville. Greenville's the District 10 runner-up. If you look that up on a map, Greenville's like way on the western edge of the state, like just bordering it. So site and time has not yet been announced as of this recording. I'm sure it will be shortly after this. So check out lancasteronline.com for that. But I'll be at that game. Most likely, I'm thinking hopefully it's in Altoona. I'll be lucky if it's in State College, but we're going to be traveling for that anyway. All right, on to the girls. PIAA Class 1A, Lebanon Catholic was your winners there, 54-34 over Greenwood. And they now move on to Saturday's quarterfinals to face the District 1 third place team, the Christian Academy. That game is at Garden Spot, 12 o'clock on Saturday. PIAA Class 3A, Southern Lehigh beat Lampeter-Strasburg 45-29, brings the girls Pioneer season to an end as well. They finished 24-5 overall. They were the Lancaster-Lebanon League Section 2 champions and made the nabbed their state playoff win there. All right, PIAA Class 4A, Lancaster Catholic girls again won 32-30. That was at Pottstown, the earlier game. And they move on to Saturday's quarterfinals. That's going to be played up at Martz Hall in Pottsville. They will be playing Scranton Prep. That's going to be a 1 o'clock game on Saturday. I believe Jeff Reinhardt will be there. So check out Lebanon Catholic, Lancaster Catholic, Lebanon Catholic, Lancaster Catholic girls, and Lancaster Mennonite boys. That's who's going to be left on Saturday's quarterfinals. Follow all that coverage all this weekend on LancasterOnline.com's basketball page. Jeff Reinhardt will be at a game. I'll be at the boys' game no matter where that's at. All right, enough with basketball stuff. There's some track and field news you have for us. What's going on there?
Yeah, the Lancaster-Lebanon League has had a lot of really good throwers over the last few years. And that has continued on into the college ranks. We actually have 2 LL League alums who won national titles over the weekend at the NCAA National Championships. The first one was David Lucas. He's the Division I champion in the weight throw. He's a Warwick grad. He threw discus. He was a big discus thrower at Warwick. He went to Penn State. He's a sophomore there. He took on the weight throw and the hammer throw now. And he has won the weight throw indoor championship. He set a meet record and a personal record at 78 feet, 9.75 inches. That was a facility record too. He's an All-American, first Penn State national champion since 1990.
Wow.
And Sunflower Green, of course, she's a Millersville junior. You talked to her for your podcast a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And she won the shot put title with a distance of 53 feet, 4¼ inches. She became the first Millersville track and field athlete to win an individual national championship and joined swimmer Susan Rorson as the lone female marauder to win the nation's top prize. So some very good results from LL League alums at the NCAA National Championships.
And for Sunflower, that was at the NCAA Division II Indoor Shot Put Championship. And I guess that wraps up the indoor season, and we'll see what she can do in the spring.
Yeah,
it should be interesting.
There's a quick turnaround too. The outdoor season starts in less than 10 days, so they get right from one to the other.
She'll be fresh.
Yeah.
All right, man. Just wanted to finish off again another week of LL League football news. There's a couple items I wanted to hit on here. Since we were last on the show, at least over the last couple of weeks, I've seen different announcements by local kids on their college commitments. I just wanted to mention this real quick. Lampeter Strasburg kicker senior Peyton Denlinger, he committed to McDaniel College, where he expects to be the starting kicker next season. So congratulations to Peyton. He had one of the best numbers overall kicking in the entire state this past year. And unfortunately, like one of the things with kicking, what it comes down to is like the summer Coles kicking camps. If you don't do well there, then college coaches don't really give you a sniff, no matter what awesome numbers that even Peyton put up in the fall season. So he, has been busting his butt and trying to find a school that's going to take him. Now he's going on to play at McDaniel. So congratulations to Peyton. Garden spot linebacker Austin Wanner. He barely played this past fall due to injury, but he was pretty good the year before that. He recently committed to Grove City College, where he's going to follow teammate Cam Roth, the quarterback. I believe Grove City is out in the western part of the state, so congratulations to him. And then finally, Annville-Cleona quarterback Noah Myers. He's the big dude, played football and basketball, had an awesome career for the Little Dutchman. He committed to College of William and Mary, so congratulations. Denlinger to McDaniel College, Wanner to Grove City College, and Myers to College of William and Mary. Also wanted to mention Donegal School Board last week. It is official. They approved Chad Risberg as the Indians' new football coach. He replaces Jeff Politis, of course, where Risberg served on staff the last 9 years under Politis, last 16 years overall as an assistant, last 4 as the offensive coordinator running that popular wing T, which Donegal ran when Chad Risberg was a Donegal offensive lineman in the mid-1990s. So congratulations to Chad. Talk to him. He seems like a good dude with a good head on his shoulders and already trying to get the kids in the weight room. That completes the final LL football coaching vacancy, provided that we don't have anything now between March and August, or whatever the season is, which, by the way, there's 3 All-Star games coming up. We have the PSFCA East-West All-Star game, a Big 33 game, and now we also have the Tri-County North-South All-Star game. Rosters have not been announced for that Tri-County game just yet, but I did want to mention that real quick. The rosters will be released sometime after Easter. That game will be played May 26th at Manheim Central. That East-West game will be played a few weeks before that up in Altoona, and then Big 33 game is in Harrisburg in June. So I'm sure Jeff and I will be busy with all that. All right, Tim, another week in the books. It's state championship week, and we'll be back probably next week, a week from, well, I guess exactly 1 week from now will be the start of spring sports. So it's going to be a fun time. For Tim Gross, I'm John Walk. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next week.